It may not look like it, but 3 hours before our Brisbane concert, this is how my violin looked.
Today, to do sound check in the hall, the violin just didn't sound quite right, so we're on the way to the luthier right now to see what's up.
Hey guys, so the other day a really interesting thing happened. It was a normal Thursday afternoon after a really busy day, and I suddenly got a phone call, and I looked at my phone and it was Brett from TwoSet. I thought I'd better take it. I was looking forward to going to the concert that night. It was really exciting because it was a Thursday, the concert in Brisbane, and I was super excited to go. But then he rang me and I thought he might just I don't know, just ring. And he said, "Oh, you won't believe what happened, but we just got to the sound check and Eddie's violin just didn't sound right." I think it may have gotten a little bump or something like that maybe the day before, but they got to sound check and the instrument just sounded wrong. They were opening the door at 7 p.m. I think he called me just around 4 p.m. So literally 3.5 hours before the concert. Eddie's instrument isn't sounding right. I said, get the instrument here as quickly as possible. I'm literally only 5 to 10 minutes away from the concert hall. So Eddie jumped in an Uber and got here 3 hours before the concert, or maybe 3 hours and 10 minutes. I took a look at the instrument, looked at the sound post, and so it's looking pretty good, and I was just sort of knocking around. So the way I take a look, usually if an instrument does get a little bit of a bump or something like that, the things I check the sound post, I check for any dents and things like that. And I also go around the entire instrument just to check if there isn't an open joint. So I tapped around the outside of the instrument like I'm doing now here. And I got to the top corner just here, and it was making a little bit of a buzzing noise. The instrument was open. 3 hours before the concert, instrument was open. So when there's an open joint, I like to have probably about 4 to 5 hours of gluing time at least, like clamping time. And so here we were, 3 hours before the concert. What do you do? So the glue was already on, so I said, "Look, Eddie, I'm just going to glue. I'm going to warm up the area as much as possible." So I slipped a knife in there. I always put a knife in and just see if it might open up just that little bit further, just in case it was going to open up in like the next day or next week anyway. So I slipped a knife in there, it opened up a little bit more. Eddie was freaking out because he was standing right here watching me, which I should never have let him do, but I did anyway, and he wanted to film. And he was waiting for his Uber. What else do you do? Watch the operation in your instrument. So I slipped the knife in, it went in a bit further, then I put some glue in there and clamped it up, and then I heated up or warmed up the area, and I kept it warm for the next half hour or so, just to allow the glue to dry way faster. So these emergencies happen, this is literally, this happened 3 hours before a concert in a sold out concert hall in Brisbane. But, these accidents do happen, and it's just got to be, it's just something that you have to fix and deal with, he could have used a different violin, or there could have been some other solution. So it'll have 2 hours to glue while clamped, but there's actually not that much pressure, so that should be plenty of time. Yes, but cut a long story short, I took the instrument to the concert hall, and I got there 1.5 hours before the concert, but I tried to push it out. I wanted to get those clamps off as late as possible. So we only got the clamps off 10 to 7. Concert was at 7:30. They were going to do an emergency sound check 10 to 7. I just took the clamps off then. We went to the hall. They tried out the instrument.
Okay. If I do...
It sounded good. wasn't quite right, like it was a bit funny on the G. So I did a bit of a sound post adjustment, we got it going, and the rest is history. So, you know, the concert went great. So anyway, these kinds of concert emergencies can happen. And what Brett and Eddie did on the day was the right thing to do. Get in touch with the violin maker as soon as possible because they might be able to help you. I've experienced quite a lot of concert emergencies with quite a few famous string players, also from players of all levels, from primary school students to high school, conservatorium, people just getting ready for an audition and more. In the next video, I'm actually going to tell you what you can do if you have one of those emergencies, and I'll talk a little bit about some of the other concert emergencies people can have. But anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell, and that way you'll find out when I publish the next video. Anyway, I'm glad that Brett and Eddie got through the concert. It sounded amazing. I had a blast. It was so much fun. They're great. Like, what they've done for string playing is just amazing. Anyway, keep making beautiful music, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!